everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello, welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. This weekend is a little bit fun and spicy and special, but I'll explain that more when I get home. Right now, I have an Indigo gift card, and we're gonna go spend it. We're gonna go get some books, and these are gonna be the last books that I'm gonna buy for a little while, because I have bought so many books this year, and I have not been keeping up with my physical TBR reading to shrink my TBR. But anyways, let's go and do this. We're gonna go book shopping. Hello friends, I am back home. I didn't end up filming anything for this vlog in Indigo. I ended up filming for a TikTok instead because there were just a group of rowdy teenage boys that were being so obnoxious. I didn't want to deal with it. I was just out to get my books. And so I did. But yeah, I got a $100 gift card through my points on my Visa card, which is fantastic. I love when that happens. And so I decided to do one last hurrah of book buying for the summer. And then I'm gonna not buy anything else. I have a couple pre-orders coming in this summer, but overall, nothing else is on my list to buy. I got basically everything that I wanted. So now I need to catch up and read all of the books on my physical TBR, so that all of them, I have over 100, so that I can catch up to the books that I've been buying recently, because I counted the amount of books that I've hauled and it's too many for this year. So I got 5 more because I had that $100 gift card and it was 25% off for Plum Plus members today. So all 5 of these books, 3 hardcover fantasy books. One of them was a YA, but like still, y'all know in Canadian, that's like $40 a book regular price. I got all 5 for $115. So all I paid was $15 for all 5 books. I was gonna put one back. I was gonna put The Sun and the Star back and just get 4, but then I was like, why not? If I have to pay a couple extra dollars above the 100, I'm fine. And so what a deal. What a deal. Anyways, the haul. I'm so excited. So I went specifically just to get queer books, and especially queer books from people of color. And the ones that were on my list were not in store, which I'm so mad about. I was also gonna finally get a copy of Dead Collections by Isaac Fellman, and it wasn't in store either. So I kind of just meandered. But I went specifically to find some queer books because most of the queer books by people of color on my shelves I have read already. So I wanted to add a couple more, and I don't think I did very well. I got 2 books by people of color, and I'm not sure if the second one is queer, but it's Indigenous, so I assume it is, which is such a weird thing to say, but Indigenous people's books usually break those stereotypes a lot. They just kind of include gender a lot more, like just loosely and stuff like that, which is amazing, and I really, really love it. So I picked it up. It also has dragons, so like I had to, and I've been eyeing it for a while. But anyway, first one is Sapphic though, and that is The Daughters of Izdihar? Nope. Izdihar? I think I pronounced that wrong. By Hadir Ezbai. And I'm excited about this. I've heard it's sapphic and I've heard it's wonderful, so I had to pick it up. And it's been on my radar for a little while. The second one is that one that I'm not sure if it's queer or not, but it's To Shape a Dragon's Breath, which is by Monoquill Black Goose. Everyone on TikTok has been absolutely super obsessed with Fourth Wing, or whatever that dragon book is. And I am on the edge of wanting to read it, but I don't want to buy a copy of it. Because I know it's going to be one of those books, because I've heard people who I trust their opinions of say that it's just okay writing wise, like it's nothing astonishing. I've read so many books that are just okay writing wise that really don't hit for me, so I have it on hold for my library. I'm 60th in line. But the other day I saw somebody say that this should be the book that everyone's obsessed about for dragons because it is so good, and so I was like, well, that convinces me. That convinced me immediately. And it's Indigenous, which we love in this cover. I'm obsessed. And then I got this lovely book here, A Marvelous Light by Freya Marsk, which is the first in this series as well. This is definitely queer. People have been telling me to read it forever. Finally have my hands on it. Gonna read it this lovely June month for Pride. Also got Dragon Fall by L.R. Lamb, also known as Laura Lamb, who wrote... Where did I put it on my shelves? Where did I put it on my shelves? Oh. I lent it to my friend. Seven Devils. The duology with Elizabeth May. Laura Lamb was the co-author for that. I lent it to my friend. Oh my god, and I forgot I lent it to her. Anyways, yes, love it. Queer, trans, amazing. Also, dragons. Y'all know I love me some dragons. And it's been a while since I've read a really good dragon book, so I'm gonna read it. And of course, The Sun and the Star. Finally have my hands on this Nico D'Angelo baby. I'm so excited. So excited about it. But yes, Pride Month TBR is full and amazing. Other than those books there that I would love to get to, the new 5 that I just got. I would love to also pick up Ashley Parker Doesn't Fail, because this is the one that I bought last time I went to Indigo, specifically to pick up for Pride Month, because I read Delilah Green last Pride. I gotta read the sequel. It's sapphic and wonderful. I also have this little novella from the library called The Mimicking of Known Successes by Malka Older. I've heard it's queer, so it's going on this list, and it's a novella, which we love. And I don't know if you could hear from that thud, but I think it's time. I think it is time to read this bad boy. What better month to read this sapphic queer wonderfulness than Pride Month? I mean, read queer all year, of course, and you guys know I love queer books and read them all year round. I try to make sure that every book I read has a queer character in it, so that it's just better that way, you know? So far this year I've been doing pretty good, but this Pride Month, I'm so excited. I was feeling so down when I was trying to plan for some TikToks and stuff to do Pride Month recommendations. I was looking at my shelves, and I don't know if it's just my mind forgetting what books are queer on my shelves, but I was just like, man, I have no books on my shelves that are queer right now. What am I gonna do? So I treated myself to these 5 new queer books and we're gonna just keep filling my shelves with queer wonderfulness. But I'm sure there's queer books on my shelves that I'm just forgetting about that they are queer. So I'll have to go through my Goodreads to get a proper scope. It is enormously hot outside today. Welcome to the weekend, by the way. I don't know if I said that in my intro. This weekend, what do I got going on? Tomorrow, I have my kids' concert bright and early in the morning. I'm also going to be performing, which is exciting. But yeah, my students, my piano students, their concert is tomorrow morning. All of them are at 10 a.m., which is very exciting for me, because that means I can come home after that and I don't have to stay the whole day in a hot and sweaty church listening to kids play the same songs 8 times. My boss did give me the option if I wanted to stay for the 12:30 concert or not and play again, because she always likes to have teachers play and perform. But I think I'm just gonna leave. I don't want to be near any more concert stuff after that. And then I will come home and do some work on a live stream. Hopefully I'll be able to schedule that and have that ready to go for sometime in the afternoon tomorrow, because it's officially June. Happy Pride also. I don't know if I ever said that. And if I did, happy Pride again! But it's officially June, and June is my editing month for story stuff for A Little Luck. I have not yet gotten my beta reading feedback back yet, which is fine. My beta readers just needed a couple more days to get that back to me. So last night I decided to actually kind of sit on the couch and start going through what I had previously written of A Little Luck, kind of part by part, and make notes of things in the chapters that I need to remember that I did, that I explained, and descriptions of characters that I need to solidify across the book, and also things that I need to add. So that's what I did yesterday, and that's what I'm gonna continue doing. My ear just kicked on, so I apologize if you can hear that. But yeah, so June is gonna be A Little Luck story editing month. Hopefully I can read through my draft pretty quickly to make those notes for myself, and also get my beta reading feedback so that I know what people are thinking of the book, and implement all of those things and start draft 2 officially and get that underway. That's gonna be my weekend. Otherwise, I'm gonna be hiding inside because it is going to be over 30 degrees Celsius each day, and that is too hot for me. I don't like it at all. So I'm gonna just be hiding inside, blinds closed, nobody look at me, and I'll be reading amazing books otherwise. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna be reading this weekend, other than I will be listening to the audiobook of Happy Place by Emily Henry for book club, which I'm a chunk of the way through. And I have Dark Water Daughter by H.M. Long, which I started as well. So hopefully I can get those 2 polished off this weekend, and hopefully I can read something queer as well from this big list that I now have. So, but yes, it's the weekend. I should make some dinner soon. I'll catch up with you a little later. Hello friends, happy Saturday. I'm here, very tired. Today was a good day, pretty good. Had my kids recital this morning. I also performed, which was fun. I'll insert a little clip of me here if you care to know that I can play piano really well. I've been playing piano for so long. But yeah, the concert was really good. All my kids were wonderful. And I got to leave early because usually whenever those concerts happen, I'm there all day because I have kids in all the concerts. But this time, all my kids were in the first concert. And so I got to leave early, which thank God, because that church was so warm. I ended up going to Dollarama on the way home to pick up a couple things for something fun, signed book plates, and this sign. I picked up this fun cloth sign because I feel like it would be kind of fun to do for like promo stuff. I also picked up some proper sized envelopes that I needed and a pen and a ruler. Just a couple little things at Dollarama. Then I went to mom and dad's to pick up a couple things. Also my mom's paper guillotine. I don't think it's actually called a guillotine because it's not like the whoosh one. It's like the slidey blade one that's used for scrapbooking, but I don't know what it's called other than a paper guillotine. Picked that up because I needed it for cutting all the book plates out from that label thing and whatever. So I did that, and on the way to mom and dad's, I was hit at the beginning of a heat migraine. And the heat and I do not jive. We are not friends. It was like 33 degrees today, but because it was humid as well, it felt hotter. At the church that I was in for the concert this morning, even though there was a million fans and the air, and it did have air, it just wasn't doing it. It was so hot in there. I'm so glad I didn't have to stay for more than just one concert because that heat migraine was lingering, and I was like, no, it's fine. I'm just out of it. And then got to mom and dad's. I'm like, no, I have a migraine brewing. Yeah, I just kind of meandered a little, trying to get over the headache because I was like, I want to do my live stream, but came home and I was just like, nah, there's no way I'm looking at a screen right now. So I hid in my dark apartment for as long as I could. Lights off, all my blinds closed, air going, fans going, and I ate half a watermelon. just sat here trying to get up the energy or brain power to do anything. I eventually did. I eventually got the brain power to read more of Darkwater Daughter, but I gotta say, I read like maybe 10 pages in 3 hours at that point, but I only managed to read to page 130 this evening because my brain is just like, no, you don't want to read right now, but I really do want to read because I had all those amazing queer books that I want to read too. Yeah, I managed to get to page 130 and that book is so freaking good. It's so cinematic. I don't understand most of the world yet, but it's delivered in a way that's like so entrancing to me as someone who is a fantasy reader. I'm just like, I'm so ready to learn this world inside and out. The intrigue just keeps getting raised and raised and raised and raised. I love it. But yeah, after just now, I ended up putting together 2 signed book plates, people that have ordered signed book plates. So I haven't said it here, but I've officially launched a coffee shop, Ko-fi. K-O-F-I. I'll leave the link in the description if you so desire to go check that out. You can just buy me a coffee and support me in any way, because any money that I get through that is going to go toward book number 2, which is coming out, A Little Luck, in the fall. Or you can order a signed book plate, which is very exciting. So you can have your very own signature in your copy of a second story if you wish. I was thinking briefly of doing signed copies, but shipping in Canada is so friggin' expensive. So I won't do that to you guys. I will not do that to you guys at all. Signed book plates is the best thing that I can do. And yeah, that's what I did this evening. It's now, I don't actually know what time it is. My watch is in the other room. I feel like it's close to 11. It might be. So I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit longer here before going to bed. But yeah, didn't get a lot of reading done today like I wanted to, but that's okay. And tomorrow I'll read some more. And unfortunately, because I didn't have my live stream today, I didn't get any work done on A Little Luck, but that is also okay. That's what tomorrow's for and the rest of the week. But I'll catch you guys a little later. What's going on? Oh no. What's going on? Oh. Hello friends, happy Sunday. Welcome to Power Outage. I was just watching an episode of House and my power decided that it was done. It's so, it's still light out, but my place is so dark when there's no power. I don't like it. It's so dark. It's been a pretty good day. Nothing super crazy is going on. What did I do today? I ended up finishing the audiobook for Happy Place today, and it was fine. I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood for a romance, but I love Emily Henry. I really liked Book Lovers. I really liked Beach Read, and People We Met on Vacation was fine when I read it. I was reading it in January a couple years ago when I had no expectations for anything, so it was just fine. But this one was strange. I don't know what it was. The vibes were off for me. I just kept getting annoyed at the little things. But by the end, it did have that feel-good romance feel to it. Oh well. I don't know what I'm gonna end up rating it, but yeah, it was fine. Not my favorite Emily Henry for sure. I don't think pre-established relationships work for me in the romance world. I say that having Ari and Finn as an established relationship in my own book. But I mean the falling out and then trying to save a relationship. Just because it bothers me a little bit. That's the romance, is trying to save an already established relationship. And I'm there was a reason it fell apart in the first place. Why try? So I think that's just the cynical bit in me, but that's okay. But yeah, other than that, I started a little bit of To Shape a Dragon's Breath, which is one of the books that I picked up on Friday, I think is when I went to the bookstore, by Monica Bacchus, and I am really enjoying it so far. It opens up with one of the most beautiful descriptions of a dragon I have literally ever seen in my life. And the writing is luxurious. It feels, I can only describe this feeling of prose as a very specific Indigenous prose, because I've only ever had this feeling of just sinking into the story when I've read a Indigenous story of some kind. And I've read a bunch of them in university for class, and they all had the same, not necessarily the same vibes, but the prose just has a feeling to it. And I've only ever felt it in Indigenous stories, and it's absolutely fabulous. I'm thriving. But yeah, I'm barely in. So because my power is off, I literally have nothing else to do but probably sit in my door over there so I can get the little last bit of light and do some reading. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully my power comes on quickly, because I can already feel the air is getting a little bit sticky, and I hate that. It's not overly hot out anymore. I think it's 24, 23 outside, but today it got up to 33 for a really long time, so I can't sleep if it's hot. And it's already at the temperature where I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I need my power to turn back on. That would be great. That'd be wonderful. So that I could, not sit here in the dark for the rest of the day. It would be great. Anyways, that's the update. That's what's happening. I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Monday. I am just home from piano, which was so warm. So please excuse the state of me. They have air on in their house, but it's not freaking cold enough. It was bad. I'm on the second floor, so heat rises, and there's only one vent in my room. I had to go digging for the vent because it was under a bunch of chairs and like free up space around it so that some kind of air would be coming in, and it was still so hot. I was sweating behind my kneecaps. It's probably TMI, but listen, we're in a heat wave. It's too much. And it's so humid out too. Oh, I'm home now. Everything's great. But I wanted to pop in and say hi and officially close out this vlog. Because I didn't really do a whole lot. Did have my kids' concert, of course, which was lovely. And I got some reading in every day of the weekend, which is my aim and my goal. I managed to finish Happy Place by Emily Henry, which was just okay for me. It just didn't hit the mark. I only gave it 3.5 stars. That's all right. It was a book club pick by my friend for this month, which is very exciting. So we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. Yep, on Wednesday, a new day, because none of us can do weekends now because summer is so busy. Other than that, you know, it's a romance. I mean, it's Emily Henry. She's got typical, like, her Emily Henry isms is the only way I can really describe it. She's, I don't know, she's got a... All her books kind of feel the same to me. They give off, not like, they're not all the same kind of books, no. They deal with different tropes and different relationships and whatever. They just have the same vibe to me, each one of them. They're Emily Henry books. They give off a specific vibe, which means they're definitely a good time, definitely enjoyable. Will try to pull on your heartstrings for sure. Beach Read and Book Lovers were the only ones that actually made me cry. Beach Read so much. Book Lovers is still my favorite. I think this one did a lot of things that People We Met on Vacation tried to do with an established relationship between friends, because that one's friends to lovers, but it didn't do the like present day timeline very well. This one is friends to lovers, but also an established relationship that has then broken apart, and they're, you know, stuck in a cabin with a bunch of friends, and they didn't tell their friends that they were broken up, which is so not what would happen. You have to suspend your disbelief for the first few chapters of the book, as like so many different romance book isms are thrown at you that they broke up. They didn't tell their friends that they broke up, so they have to pretend that they're still together on this last trip to this cottage. One of their other friends is getting married. It's this whole thing. But yeah, I don't think that trope does it for me, like the established relationship that broke up that's now coming back together, because I'm too much of a cynic, and I'm like, if you broke up for a reason, you broke up for a reason. Like, no, you don't need to try again. You gotta find your person to be happy. Although this one did make sense as to why they were good together. This one definitely established the before timeline and the current timeline much better than People We Met on Vacation did. I think when I read We Met on Vacation, I rated it like 4 stars. It's a 3 for me in like retrospect. But anyways, read that, finished that, wonderful. Other than that, I also made my way through about 130 pages of Dark Water Daughter by H.M. Long. Yeah, 130 pages of this one, which is an arc, and I'll keep making my way through this. And it's taking me longer because it is a physical read, because there's no audiobook out for it yet, because it's an arc. But that one comes out in July, and I am loving it so much already. And I also started To Shape a Dragon's Breath last night by Monoquill Black Goose. I'm on page 101 of that one as well. I was so hooked into it last night that I just couldn't put it down. This one specifically, To Shape a Dragon's Breath, is about Anakus, who is a young indigenous girl, and one day she finds a dragon egg, and when it hatches, it picks her as its like keeper, essentially. There's a proper name for it in here, but I do not know how to pronounce it. In this world, it's kind of like a 1800s our world kind of situation, but in like a not our world, you know? There's dragons. It's not our world, unfortunately. But, you know, colonialism is a huge thing. So all the white people, the Englishes, and there's another one, but I don't remember their name. It's not listed on the back, so it's not important. But there's a couple other kinds of people out there who are like running the society. And when she discovers this dragon and all this kind of stuff, her brother, who's been living as like in like the city, gets the letter from them, and he comes back and he's like, you have to register this dragon. You have to go to the Dragon Academy. Otherwise, they're gonna try to take it from you. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or about it. That's not how that saying goes, but that's fine. But so she ends up agreeing, even though her grandma's super against it. Where I'm at now, she's just arrived at the school and she's met the professors and teachers. She's gone through a bunch of testing. She's already faced racism because, of course, I'm really enjoying the like slow, methodical storytelling vibe of the prose. There's no way to explain it other than how I did previously in this vlog. Like, there's just a vibe that Indigenous books have that's unreal. It's so good. This one, piratey. I feel like I explained it earlier in this video, but yeah, it follows Mary, who's a storm singer, and Samuel, who's a disgraced naval officer. Shenanigans on the sea. But yes, my friends, what a weekend. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog. Let me know down below how the beginning of your Pride Month is going. Mine's going okay. We're having a heat wave, which is too freaking hot, and I'm struggling. But other than that, things are good. Things are good. But yes. All right, my friends, I will catch up with you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.